Hey, what's up guys? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video. And today we're going to be checking out product red inside of Clash Royale that just came out today. And it's actually a fight against AIDS, which they've been doing every single year. And by they, I mean Supercell. They've done this inside of Clash of Clans. They've done it inside of Heyday, Boom Beach. And it's just a way for them to give back, as well as a bunch of other apps inside of the App Store. 100% of the proceeds goes to fight against AIDS. And if you end up buying the $5 gem pack for 500 gems, which is the normal price for gems anyways, you get a pretty sweet looking King Tower that you guys can show off inside of the game. Now, checking out the King Tower itself, and first of all, there is a new loading screen, which you guys can see right there that is red. The King Tower looks pretty sweet, and it raises the question, why can't we have some more customizable King Towers or Arena Towers inside of the game? It would be pretty cool. Maybe you could purchase those towers by using legendary trophies, which you get after the season resets and you're above 4,000 trophies or whatever. I feel like it would be pretty awesome, and a lot of people would definitely use it. And yeah, it'd be a pretty cool thing. So if you guys have any ideas for like customizable King Tower skins or how you could be able to unlock them, whether it's legendary trophies, whether it's just, you know, using gold or gems or whatever, let me know in the comment section below. It should be pretty cool. But anyways, if you guys do purchase gems, I'm not saying purchase gems just to get the tower, but if you're gonna buy gems anyways, why not get the one that goes to support fighting against AIDS, as well as getting a pretty sweet looking King Tower, as you guys can see right there. Now, meanwhile, besides product red that did come out today, we did have the balancing changes go live inside of Clash Royale. And if you guys haven't seen those changes, it's going to be the Mega Minion getting nerfed about 15% as far as its damage per second. You've got the Elixir Collector, which received a buff. The Poison Spell got a 10% damage buff. The Tombstone got nerfed just a bit. And then the Lava Pups had their hit points decreased by 1% inside of Clash Royale. So all of those went live. And I'm going to be playing the Hog Rider 3 Musketeer deck today. This does use the Tombstone, as well as it uses the Mega Minion. So we can see how effective those are inside of these battles. And we're actually going to be playing against the Golem, which is a perfect thing to try that new Tombstone against. So it's 0.4 seconds slower as far as the spawning of the skeletons. So that makes it so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get those skeletons out. It's going to actually have a pretty significant effect. I know for me, I use a lot of different tactics with my Tombstone, and that extra 0.4 seconds is really going to hurt me. But anyways, after a pretty aggressive push down the left-hand lane to start the game, looks like he's going to come back with the Baby Dragon plus the Golem, and he's actually going to take the lead right here before we can get a little bit of a counter push going, depending on what side we want to go to. So it's tempting to go on the left, it's tempting to go on the right. I'm just going to go ahead and drop my Hog Rider and my archers. This is a little bit of a weird push right now, and with that Tombstone dragging everything all the way over to the middle, it's going to be a little bit annoying. The Hog Rider won't even get a single hit off against the tower, and it's really just going to be the Musketeer and the archers. So heading into double Elixir, definitely need to shore things up. Let's go ahead and get started, probably with another Tombstone or a 3 Musketeer in the very beginning. I'm going to do the 2 Musketeers on the right, just so if he does his lightning spell, it's on my tower that's weaker, even though I would prefer to have 2 Musketeers on that left-hand side. But let's go ahead and get ready with our Ice Golem, and since he played his lightning spell, that means he's low on Elixir, so the Hog Rider's going down with the Ice Golem. I've got the lightning spell in my hand as well. There's the archers, so let's go ahead and lightning the tower and both of those archers with a perfectly placed lightning spell, and the Hog Rider's going to be able to get 2 hits off against the tower, bringing it almost down into lightning spell range. So a lightning spell plus a zap should be enough to end the game and give us the victory. Now, perfect defense against the Golem. The Golem's not going to be able to do too much against the tower. It won't even get the damage explosion. 368 damage left, or HP left on that left-hand tower. Let's go ahead and keep being aggressive with the Hog Rider, with the lightning spell, with whatever we have inside of our deck. Hog's going to go down right now. While we're waiting on our zap spell, he's going to play that Golem, but unfortunately for him, don't think there's going to be enough time. As our Hog Rider explodes, the zap spell will end the game and eventually give us that 1 crown victory. So I guess you got to say that the red tower won and the regular tower 0. Let's go ahead and see if we play against any other red towers inside of Clash Royale as we get into battle number 2 against Ale Diesel. It looks like we're going to be the only one with the red King Tower yet again. Now, let's go ahead and start it off with the Tombstone in the center. You can see the production speed is just a little bit lower. I wish I had like a side-by-side infographic for how much slower the skeletons are. But let's go ahead and do that. He's going to play a Fireball, which is a little bit strange. You never really want to Fireball a Tombstone. And since I have the 3 Musketeers, that's actually perfect for me, to where now I can use my Ice Golem in front of my Musketeers. There it goes right now. I've got the Mega Minion or the Hog Rider. I'm going to go ahead and place the Hog Rider right now. And luckily, my Ice Golem did lock on to the what is it? The Crown Tower, which made it so my Musketeer survived. I'll do a Zap spell to get one additional hit off with the Hog Rider, and that's going to bring the tower down to 1762. But honestly, I thought we would have had a much better start to that game. I feel like my opponent wasted a lot of elixirs, so a little bit strange we weren't able to do more. We're going to take a couple of archer shots to the tower, but all in all, not too big of a deal, and we do have a little bit of an HP lead going into the rest of the battle. All right, so Tombstone or Archers. I'll do an Archer split in the beginning. I want to hold on to the Tombstone for now to see what my opponent's going to play. And there it is right there. He's going to do the Hog Rider plus the Ice Spirit right there. And unfortunately, I didn't get my Tombstone down quickly enough to where the Ice Spirit did end up freezing both my Tombstone as well as that one skeleton right there. But things are still okay. Let's split the 3 Musketeers yet again and make sure they're out of fireball range. And now we can go ahead and get ready and see if we can get another push going on. Now, so far, so good. And I don't know if you guys heard me say this inside of the one of the last videos that I did, but if you guys have seen, I think YouTube unveiled some sort of beta comment thing where if you guys comment, it's only for certain channels. I know that I was talking to Nick about it and he didn't have it on his channel, so maybe you have to have 2 million subscribers or something like that, or maybe they just pick some channels at random, but they made it so you can, for me, there's a button next to your guys' names when you comment on a video. I can click the heart button and it appears with my icon next to your comment, so you guys can see that I said something. Now, I mentioned this in a previous video, but usually I try to respond to as many comments as possible, but a lot of the times, you know, it's just me saying like thanks or something like that, and it's something really short. But with that heart button, I feel like I can interact with you guys a lot more. Or if you say like notice me senpai, I can at least drop a heart on it so you know that I actually responded to your comment and read it. So if you guys have been dropping comments, or if you want to drop a comment, I'm going to try to heart as many as possible and just let you know that I've been reading them, and of course still respond to a couple of them. But I feel like it's one of the cool new features that YouTube put into place that I really like. So feel free to drop a comment. I'll try to drop as many hearts as possible. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that, because it's one of my favorite new features that has come out on YouTube. Now, meanwhile, we keep beating this guy down with the 3 Musketeers. We took the tower all the way down to 90. I've got the Archers in my hand, so he's going to go ahead and log those down. I guess we won't get there with the Archers, and it was a 3 elixir for 3 elixir trade right there, but with 90 HP left on the tower, we can just go ahead and smack it down with the lightning spell in a moment. I don't really have anything to play against the combination he has right now. And with 10 seconds left, I'll just drop an Ice Golem in front of the Hog Rider. 640 left on the tower. Lightning spell will end the game, and that's going to wrap it up for another 1 crown to 0 victory. So 2-0 using the bright new and improved King Tower, the red King Tower. Let's go ahead and hop into one more battle with this and see if we can end up knocking it out. Now, meanwhile, the Mega Minion still feels really strong inside of my deck. Both the Mega Minion and the Tombstone feel as strong. I can definitely feel the nerf to the Tombstone, and I feel like the Mega Minion, I use it a lot to pick off units in the back, like the Archer and stuff like that. In that case, it definitely it didn't affect it too much, but for taking out things like tanks or high HP units, it does take a significant amount of time longer for him or for the Mega Minion to be able to take it out. So we'll sort of keep checking out the Mega Minion as we go onwards, and as my Archers don't split, I'll just go for a crazy push down this left-hand lane, which honestly I didn't really expect to have to do. Now, meanwhile, we've got Archers, we've got the Hog Rider. Look at that Zap spell, which will get the minions and the skeletons from that Tombstone right there. This guy is some sort of insane deck with the Minion Horde, the minions. He probably has like Goblin Barrel, he probably has Princess. Who knows what this guy's running inside of his deck, but pretty much he's going to keep using his Miner and his minions over and over again, and to see if he can be able to snuff me out later in the battle. Now, things are pretty even so far. I thought I would have a little bit more of a lead after we got a full HP Hog Rider to the tower, but it was able to get shot down right there. Mega Minion's going to die just before it gets to the tower, and there's the Lava Hounds. Now, I guess we can check out the Lava Hounds nerf, because it did get a 1% nerf to the pups in the most recent update, but apparently it only had to do with like balancing to certain levels of like King Towers and Crown Towers. But anyways, here goes the Lava Hound, here goes the Mega Minion. Check out the 3 Musketeer placement. I'm going to place it so most of the Musketeers, or at least one of them is going to shoot the Mega Minion, which I guess is all I needed, but that's going to make it so we can take down the that Lava Hound real quick. And since this guy doesn't have Fireball or anything like that, he doesn't have Fireball, he doesn't have Lightning Spell, he's literally throwing arrows at my Musketeers, we should be in a pretty good position right here, even though he's got those minions, which are just doing such a ridiculous amount of damage. I'm going to zap them down and try to kill as many as possible, as well as damage that tower just a bit with my Hog Rider. Waiting on my Archers, I need to make sure I place them so they kill the minions first and not the Miner. There goes the minions, the Miner's going to follow as well, and 18-10 left on our tower. We're looking pretty good right now, and with the Lightning Spell and a Zap, we should be able to wrap this one up, depending on what my opponent does. Now again, he's going to play a Lava Hound. He says, you know what, this tower is as good as dead, which honestly is a good play from him. He shouldn't be going crazy defending that tower because he knows I have a lightning spell. But since he plays that tombstone, I guess I'll just go ahead and knock that tombstone out. I'll knock out the tower as well as damage that Lava Hound. And again, we need to get to either our 3 musketeers or cycle to our archers, just depending on what we have time for. Let's go ahead and go to our 3 musketeers right now and see if we can protect this tower with the last couple hundred HP. All right, musketeers going on the miner, going onto the lava pups. I got the ice golem tanking for the lava pups as well as the mega minion. Towers down to 347. This guy doesn't have very much direct damage inside of his deck, so I don't know if he's gonna be able to do anything, so I'll just go ahead and counter push to the right hand side and force him to defend. He's gonna defend with the tombstone. Zap spell is gonna be just a little bit early, but there goes the miner, and let's play our ice golem to shove the miner off the tower. Look at the ice golem, it gets in the miner's way for that very last hit. It wouldn't have mattered anyways, but if those arrows were the miner just freaked out right there. If those arrows were a second sooner, that could have been the play that saved the game, but still we will end up picking up a victory. So guys, that is going to do it for a couple of battles today using this Hog Rider 3 Musketeer deck that I've been playing a lot recently. Again, Product Red is available in the App Store, so if you guys were already going to buy some gems, why not get a cool King Tower to go alongside it? It's for a good cause, and yeah, that is pretty much going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of the balancing changes in the comment section below. Did it ruin your deck? Are you finding more success with the Poison Spell and Elixir Collector? Let me know. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.